Hi and welcome to a new video. This is one of my favorite videos to make of all. We are going to go through my business report for 2022. I'm going to go down in the nitty-gritty numbers, reveal to you my revenue, where everything have come from, my expenses, my most expensive purchase of the year, how much salary I've been able to pay myself, and yeah, everything in between. So let's jump into it. So welcome to my business report. This business report looks a little bit different than my previous ones because I have been walking through my business reports over on my blog for maybe 2 years now, and I made the first video about it last summer. But this is a brand new template that I haven't used before, and hopefully I will use, or the plan is that I will use the same template next year, so it is easy to compare 2022 with 2023 and how the company have hopefully grown. So yeah, let's dive into it. So we're starting off with table of content. Of course, you need one of those. And then let's jump right into the income part. So the total income for 2022 was 10,141.06. The net income, which means the income when I have paid the VAT to the government, is 8,273.84. And the total what VAT I'm paying is 1,867.22. So, because I am under 15,000 here in Finland, you can earn 15,000 without needing to pay the VAT. I have gathered and saved the VAT just in case I would go over that limit, but because I have been under it, I won't be needing to pay the VAT because here in Finland the system works that way. Here you can see also how my income have varied through during the years. I have the best month in January and I was like, yeah, this is going so great. This is just going to continue forward during the year. It didn't go that way, but yeah. The reason why January is so high is because I launched the Amigurumi Design Lab for was it the third time? Or was it the second time? Either way, so it is a higher price product. It's an online course that actually will open its doors in February again. So if you have any thoughts about starting to design your own amigurumi patterns, go and check it out. I'm going to leave all the information down in the description. But yeah, so because that is a higher price product and I sold a couple, I think we were 9 students in the January class. So that increased the revenue a lot. And a lot of people paid in full this time because I also released it in June again. And that is much lower, but that is because a lot of people chose to pay in 3 parts instead of everything on the same time. So that is why it looks like this. It's pretty like even during the year, despite the January super increase of income. So, but yeah, I'm very happy with this result. I think last year I had a total income of 6,000 something, and the year before I have maybe 4,000 or something. So it is increasing each year, slowly but steadily. So that was the income. Let's scroll down to some fun numbers, which is the biggest income streams during 2022. Digital courses, aka the Amigurumi Design Lab, is one of my biggest income streams currently. Then we have the crochet alongs. They are also pretty big. I have earned 2,395 euros with the crochet alongs and 2,614 with the digital courses. So they are actually pretty close to each other. But as you can see, the quantity differs a lot. So I sold 16 digital courses last year, and I sold 489 crochet along tickets. So because crochet alongs are so much cheaper than my online course, I need to sell a lot more of that one than the digital courses. Then I released digital patterns, 244 sold single patterns, that is not counted in the crochet alongs. That generated 1,305 euros. And then I also sold 29 yarn kits. My goal was to sell 100. But at some point I realized I don't really like doing yarn kits. So I didn't even have yarn kits for the summer crochet along. I only had one for the crochet along in the spring, the birthday crochet along, and the December crochet along. So for 2 crochet alongs, this is fine. If I have had it for all of them, this number would have been higher. So 1,160 euros. This is a good chunk of change, but I feel like the work behind the yarn kits isn't really covering the costs and the energy I put into them. So even though it's a good change of money, I don't really feel that it's enough. If I would continue with yarn kits, I think I would hire somebody to make them for me, or try to find some kind of collaboration with some yarn company or something. It is a progress. I am thinking about these yarn kits, if I'm going to keep them or not. Let me know in the comments. Have you tried yarn kits? Is it something that you enjoy, or do you just prefer to buy your yarn from your local yarn store and or maybe just use yarn you have in stash? The Amigurumi calendar, I have sold 49. This is both the digital version and the physical version. And it has generated me 1,440 euros. And this is so much better because the money is almost the same with the yarn kits, but it's so much less work with the Amigurumi calendar than the yarn kits. So for me, I will definitely do a calendar next year. It was so much fun to just design all the patterns and then make a physical product. I really enjoyed that process. Then I have had 3 freelance and collaborations this year, and it has generated me almost 700 euros. And if we scroll down, I have made this beautiful pink pie for you guys to see exactly how big chunks go to each and every income stream. So I have currently 6 income streams, and I have divided it into that. You could probably put all the products into the same chunk, but I have decided to divide it this way. Digital courses is 1/4 part of my total revenue, which is crazy. Crochet alongs is the second. So digital courses and crochet alongs are like half of my revenue. That is sick. Then I have digital patterns, 13%, yarn kits 12%, Amigurumi calendar 15%, and freelance and collaborations 7%. I would like to increase the freelance and collaboration part, and the Amigurumi calendar part, and the digital pattern part, and decrease the yarn kit part. That is my plan for 2023. Okay, that was my income and revenue during 2022. Let's jump over to the expenses. So here we have the expenses. Total expenses, 10,141 and 6 cents. People out there who are quick with math might realize that this means I don't have a lot of spare coin in my pockets because this number is pretty close to my revenue. So we're going to go down that rabbit hole as well. So except for the regular yearly expenses, I also bought a Sony camera, which I'm filming on right now, for 828 euros. And this is how my expenses look like. As you can see, the spring was pretty calm. This was during the time I still worked as a textile or craft teacher until May. In June, in June, July, I still got money from my previous job, but I didn't work, so I could focus on my business full-time. And in August, I went full-time with designing crochet pattern and working as a self-employed crochet designer. So as you can see, my expenses increased rapidly from August and the whole rest of the year, the whole autumn. This is not something that scares me because I know that in terms of growing your business, you need to put out money as well, and you need to invest in your company. And this is what I have done. In August, I bought the camera, so that is why that is so high. In November, I went on a business trip with my friend Sandra to Tampere and the Finnish Craft and Design Fair. So here also some money went. But yeah, otherwise, it looks like this. I definitely think that 2023 will look more like the autumn half of the expenses in 2022 than the beginning. It will definitely more be up and down than this calm period. But yeah, we will see. Let's go into what actually I am paying for. So I have listed my biggest expenses for 2022 in this beautiful sheet. So salary is my biggest expense, which it should be. I heard someone says that you should pay yourself 30% of your revenue or your income. And I'm happy to announce that I have managed to do that. And I'm really excited for that. This was not I couldn't even imagine paying myself this much a couple of years ago. It wouldn't have been possible. So for several years, when I have had my company and my business as a side hustle, I have only invested all the money back into the company. I have never taken out salary because I have always been working on the side or studying. So I have got income from that instead. So I don't really have had the need to take out that much money from my company. But yeah, I'm so excited that I have finally this year been able to pay me some salary. The other thing that I have spent a lot of money on is apps and programs, because this is something that I need to be able to run my business. It is, for example, the Adobe programs, Flowdesk, which is my email marketing service. What else? Canva, which I use to write my patterns in. All sorts of Epidemic Sound, where I take the music to my videos from, for example. So all of these things during the year I have spent 1,488 euros. And back to the salary, I paid myself 3,483 euros this year. Woohoo! The next thing I have spent on is inventory. This is mainly yarn. Yeah, mainly yarn. 1,399. There is also other things than yarn, but mostly the biggest chunk is yarn. Then I have spent on Facebook ads 1,160 euros, shipping 850 euros, and website and domain has cost me 779.45 euros. That is what it cost me, because I have actually two websites. I have my Shopify website, which I've just recently moved to from Wix, and then I also have a Podia website where I host my Amigurumi Design Lab online course. So I have my online course on a separate website than my web shop, because Shopify isn't really pedagogically built to host a online course on. So that is why I have that on Podia instead. Love Podia though. And as with the income, I also have done one of those pancakes. One of those pies. So a salary, 1/3. I'm so happy that I have paid myself 1/3 of the total revenue. I will definitely continue trying to pay myself 1/3. I think that is a good key to follow. Then apps and programs, 60%, inventory, 15%. This will probably change because I am decreasing the amount of yarn kits that I'm going to sell, and I'm going to bust through and sell all of my yarn stock this year is my plan. I'm going to have this huge yarn outlet or sale, if you want to call it, over on my website to try and just get rid of most of my yarns, because we are going to move this year and I don't want to move the yarn with me. And this is also a yarn that have been in my cupboards for several years, because I actually had a subscription crochet box several years ago, and this yarn is from that period. So, and it's a lot of wool yarn, which I don't really use for my amigurumis. So I'm going to try and sell it and get in some money and just get rid of my stock. If you're not following me, I highly recommend you to subscribe and just keep an eye out for that sale. Then I have spent 20% on ads, 9 or almost 10 on shipping, and 8.5 on website and domains. So this is my main expenses. There are, of course, some smaller expenses during the years, like lunches and smaller purchases, but these are the main big ones that I think it's good to keep a little bit of track on, just to see if they are growing or decreasing. I hope to decrease the shipping because I don't want to ship that much stuff next year. I want to focus on selling digital products. But yeah, let's jump to the income statements. So I have calculated this is my income statement for 2022. Let me explain. So when I started the year, I have 2 bank accounts. Let's start with that one. I have my Finnish Osuuspankki bank account, and I have a PayPal bank account. So I have 2 bank accounts. Depending on what payment option you use on my web shop, the money transfers to either one of them. So I had 1st January 2022, I had 378 and 1 cents on my regular bank account. This is though not my private bank account. This is my business bank account. Highly recommend you to, when you start your business, always make sure to have a separate bank account for your business. On the 1st January, I also had on my PayPal 629 and 64 cents. This in total is almost 1,000 euros. So during the year, I have had a income of 10,141 and 6 cents. I have put into my company 1,607 and 40 euros. This is when I have been short on money and needed to buy something. I have pushed in some of my own money, and my expenses have been 11,564 and 46 cents, which leaves me 1,191 and 65 euros on the positive side. So my business is currently positive, which is great. It's not a lot, but it doesn't really have to be a lot as well, because everything that is positive you pay taxes on. So it is actually better to go like plus minus 0 than a lot on the plus side. I have also made for the second half of the year a separate income statement, just because when I applied for financial support for my business, they wanted to see how the 5 last months have gone. So that is why I have that separate, because I have sent this to those people. Happy to announce that I have got 6 more months with financial support. It is something that you can get here in Finland. You apply first for 6 months, and then you apply once again for 6 months more. And yeah, I have now financial support until last of July, and this is around 800 before taxes. So it's not a lot, but it's still something. And this is not money that goes into your company. This is money that you get to be able to finance your life and pay the rent. So this is not money that goes into the company. This is a part of my salary that I pay myself. So yeah, that is how that looks like. Let's dive into content and product creation a little bit. So I wanted to make one of those lists to see just how much content I've been able to put out this year. I don't have my goals right in front of me right now, so I don't really remember how much I had set for myself for each and every category. But this is how it went. So I released 9 new patterns last year, and 5 of them were connected to a crochet along. So a lot was connected to a crochet along. In 2023, I'm going to increase the amount of patterns I release and the amount of single patterns I release that is not connected to a crochet along. So I have planned to release 15 patterns next year, but we will see. I am going to make another video where we go through my goals and make a dream board for 2023. Let me know in the comments if you want one of those videos, because I'm super excited to make one, so I hope you are too. Then I have made 25 YouTube videos. This year have been the year of YouTube and videos, because I have really put a lot of effort from July-ish to make one video a week. And it has gone well. I feel like I have a system now that works, and I will continue to try and publish one video a week during next year. Hopefully also get monetized. We will see when that happens, but I am pretty close now, so hopefully, keeping my fingers crossed. I have had 10 live streams. Most of them have been connected to the Amigurumi Design Lab course or to a crochet along. 10 live streams, 10 shorts, 11 reels. I would like to make more shorts and reels next year. 10 TikToks, 111 Instagram posts. I think my goal was 100. So that is good. I achieved that one. 9 blog posts. I'm not really putting a lot of effort into my blog right now. It's just like getting people from Google inside my web shop and like my website. So I have a lot of old blog posts that are driving good amount of traffic to my website. So I'm not really right now concerned on publishing a lot of new content there. I would though like to publish more content that are more relatable to the amigurumi designing process than just free patterns. So maybe next year that will be a thing, because I need to get people that are interested in amigurumi designing into my website so they can find Amigurumi Design Lab. That is my plan. So yeah, and then I have had 2 course launches. Next year I will try and release Amigurumi Design Lab 3 times during the year. So the doors will open for the first time in February, and then during the summer the second time. But yeah. I also have lists of the social media growth. This have been pretty important for me to track previous years, but now I feel like I would like to track more things that I can actually have an impact on more than numbers. Because I can't really impact how many people are following me on Instagram or subscribing to my YouTube channel, but I can impact how much content, how much videos I make, how much reels or Instagram posts or stories I make. I can impact that. So for the next year, I have put goals that are more focused on the content and things that I actually can that I can have an impact on, and not really that I need to reach 15,000 new email subscribers, for example. So this is how my email list have grown from 9,000 to 11,000, and yeah, this is pretty good. This is my email list grew like crazy. During 2021, I think I got maybe 5,000 new email subscribers. So this is a lot less than that, but I'm super happy that it's continuing to grow. That is the main point. And I have also deleted during last year a lot of subscribers that hasn't been active on and opening my emails, because I want people there who open my emails, and it's always good. I recommend you to definitely clean your email list continuously. So that is my email list. YouTube have also grown a lot from 1,310 to 2,254 subscribers. Subscribers isn't really like the main thing you should focus on YouTube. You should focus on watch hours. Now I don't really have listed the watch hours, but I would definitely like to track that more. Instagram has also grown as crazy from 4,986 to 10,800. I remember when I've been dreaming of crushing the 10,000 mark for a long, long time, and I thought that would just explode my business and everything would just, my sales would go rising high, but that didn't happen. I'm super happy about all the new followers that I have, but a lot of them came from my amigurumi strawberry pattern that I published on Instagram. I have published it several times and it each time does very well, and a lot of people have found my account through that one. But an amigurumi strawberry is pretty like generic, so I don't really know if a lot of these people actually like my happy amigurumi designs, because I know all of the amigurumi nerds out there doesn't prefer my amigurumis, and that is totally fine. I'm not doing amigurumis for everybody. I'm doing it for a certain amazing group of people that really like happy, colorful amigurumi. But yeah, I crushed that this year. I also got a lot of new followers through the Amigurumi May challenge in May. So I'm definitely going to participate that once more. I think it's the third year I've been participating in that one. Then we have my Facebook group has grown with 200 people. I haven't really put a lot of effort to grow my Facebook group. It's more like a living room for people who are making my amigurumis, and of course other amigurumis as well, and a cozy space where you can share your progress when we have crochet alongs. So yeah. Then my Facebook page, I don't remember how many I started with this year, but I currently have almost 1,000 followers or page likes. I don't remember right now. Would probably need to do something with that, because that is a pretty good amount of people. Then, oh, I have forgot Pinterest here. Well, that is somewhere. I think I have almost 1,000 followers on Pinterest as well. TikTok, 148. I'm not putting a lot of effort in TikTok. I don't know. I do spend some time there, but if I'm honest, I really love making YouTube videos and longer form videos. That is where my inspiration lies right now. Maybe in the future I will dip my toes more in the short form videos as well. I have also listed a lot of things that have happened during the year, and yeah, why not go through a little bit, like go backwards and see everything that has happened during the years. But because all of them is not like shown in the numbers, so because I have also done things that have been very important but hasn't resulted in an increase of the revenue, for example. So in January, I launched the Amigurumi Design Lab for the second time. 9 students. 9 inspiring students. We had so much fun when we were designing new amigurumi patterns and designs for the first time. I'm really, really excited to launch this course again in February and see, just meet all of my new students. In February, I hosted a birthday call. That was something different. I have hosted spring calls, but this year I decided to make it themed. So, birthday call, we were crocheting Hilda the Hippo. And I also celebrated my 28th birthday, mentally preparing for being on national TV, because I was talking about amigurumi and crocheting on Strömsö in February. That was a lot of fun. It was my first ever like TV production that I was participating in, and yeah, I really enjoyed the result and it was a lot of fun. In March, the crochet along ended, the birthday crochet along ended, and I released Kevin the Crocodile and Sugar the Snail. This was also a bit of an experiment. I would like to see just how much more patterns I could sell with a bundle. So instead of releasing Hilda as a separate pattern, I designed 2 more and put it into a bundle. Afterwards, I have got feedback that people would have liked to buy these patterns separately, and I will probably release patterns separately going forward because I nowadays have a pattern bundle on my website, which means that you can pick and choose and put together your own bundle. Instead of me choosing the patterns for you, you can choose your own patterns, which I think it's much better. Let me see. We teamed up with a couple of other Amigurumi designers during March and raised money for the Ukraine. And Luna the cat was participating in this bundle. This was also the month that I told my boss that I will not come back to my teaching job in the autumn. It was scary. It was really scary. But I've been thinking through this decision for a long time. I knew that I really want to try to work with my business full time because I have had it as a side hustle for so long. So this was the time, and I'm really happy that I did it. I have not regretted it, and I do not miss my old job. I do miss my coworkers though, but the work itself, I don't miss it. April was calm. That was nice. May, Amigurumi May challenge. I also opened the Amigurumi Design Lab for the 3rd time. I had 7 new excited students that joined and started their designing journey. I also released a new freebie this month, which is I wanted to try to make a crochet along freebie, which would generate people that likes to participate in crochet alongs. So I released the Dahlia crochet along, which is a dove, and I divided the pattern into 5 parts and made it just like my other crochet alongs, just so that people could get to try my crochet alongs for free. I used to have crochet alongs for free, but now I can't. I need to get money from somewhere. So, but yeah, I wanted to give something for free. So there is that available still. If you haven't tried my crochet along and want to take a test run, that is available. In June, I hosted a summer crochet along for 137 people. We crocheted Lola the giraffe, one of my favorite patterns and designs so far. Yeah, heads down. It's my favorite. I also applied for the financial support called Startpeng and got accepted. And that was a big relief because without that, I don't really know if we economically would have managed to just live on my boyfriend's salary. But because of that, we can. Or I mean, I have some money that I can still contribute to the household with. In July, I participated in a collaborated crochet along. This was the first time I did something like that. We had a fun form crochet along. Did well. I'm designed Gerda the Goose. I'm really happy with the design. And got some new followers both on Instagram and on my email list. So yeah, really worth it. August, my first month as self-employed. I started this huge project of moving my whole website from Wix to Shopify. Never would I ever thought that this would be a bigger but a bigger project than I thought that it was. But I'm seeing the light now. I have only 26 blog posts still to move, and then I need to just backlink all the links so that everything works as it should be. But then it's done. I will do that during January, and then maybe we should have a new website party. I definitely need to have some kind of website party to celebrate when everything have been moved. In September, I started with this brand new product. If you have been following me on YouTube, you have probably seen the Amigurumi calendar video. I made a physical Amigurumi calendar for 2023, and I also pre-sold them just to see if there was interest and just to get some money to be able to even order and print these calendars. It was a really fun project. I still have half of them left in stock, so if you haven't bought one yet, there is still more in the stock. So yeah, I will leave the link in the description for those as well. Next year I will definitely make another one. I'm super excited. I have already decided for a theme. So yeah, I also invested in a camera, which I'm using right now in September. Also joined a accountability group to support the making of my next course that ended up being scrapped because so my plan was to make and release a beginner amigurumi course, but the interest wasn't really high enough to make me inspired to make it. I don't know if it was the season, or maybe my audience just prefer more advanced courses, like the Amigurumi Design Lab course. Yeah, because I realized that maybe I'm not really searching for beginners. I'm searching for not advanced amigurumi nerds, but like somewhere in between. For people who are wanting to take their hobby to the next level. I think that is like my favorite customer group. So yeah, I ended to scrap this course and focus on my website move instead. Maybe in the future, maybe not in the future, maybe another course in the future, maybe more business related course, or how to grow your audience or customers, or how to sell your first amigurumi pattern. I don't know. Let me know if there is any online course that you would be interested in taking. Yeah. In October, I continued selling products and creating YouTube videos. It was a lot of fun. November, I got the first batch of my Amigurumi calendar. I also visited the Finnish craft fair with my friend Sandra. We will probably do the same trip next year as well, because it was a lot of fun, very inspiring. And we also had a strategy day where we reviewed 2022 and planned for 2023. So yeah, that was really inspiring. And in December, I hosted the last crochet along for this year, the Daniel the Dromedary crochet along. 94 people joined, so this crochet along was much slower than the previous ones. I don't really know why. My marketing might not have been on point, or maybe just the general stress of Christmas. My Christmas December crochet alongs usually does very well though, but well, not this time. Everything can't go as planned always. Yeah, and the Daniel the Dromedary I have actually now published on my web shop. So if you missed the crochet along but still want to make a cute dromedary with a pile of gifts on his hump, it is available. But yeah, that was my whole business report for 2022 and a bit of a recap for the year that has gone. Thank you so much for following along during this adventure of mine growing my Amigurumi design business. If you haven't already subscribed and pushed that notification bell, do so if you're interested in seeing future business related videos. I am planning a goal video for 2023. Also going to do a deep clean and inventory of my studio on Friday, and I'm planning to film that as well. But yeah, if you didn't watch my previous video regarding what amigurumi patterns sold the best during 2022, go and check out that video here in the corner. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!